the press conference by the ECG at the ministries has begun. So let's take you live to the place to listen to the explanation from the Electricity Company of Ghana.
You believe so say enko enwumre no ena enwumre no na niam no bebre start ye adwuma mu bia betimi ato power sisi akra obi atimi to power ye problem kakra ne say Ashanti region na ye wo problem kakra o but ye gusu ye ho adwuma e wa rehye mu say by the time I be pon ene no na bibia wona akwa mu na obi atimi to power e da mo ase bebre.
So it is some few questions, straight to the point.
My name is Pepper Santo. I mean, does the ECG know exactly what the challenge is? And to feed into the point that you suggest, the situation would have been resolved. Do you know what exactly the challenge is?
Yes, we do know exactly what the challenge is. And clearly we've solved the problem. So we can clearly say that over 95% of our customers are back on. So we are still working on the challenges that we have. And as soon as we are done by close of day, everybody will be able to vend.
I mean, do you mind sharing what the challenge was?
The challenge was ICT related. The challenge was technology related. But we have the requisite people working for us. The requisite consultants are in place. The requisite staff. And I must use this opportunity to say a big thank you to the ECG ICT staff for the hard work and the sleepless nights they've put in to get us to where we are now.
Right, so,
is it related to the?
Yes, the follow-up on the question.
I don't want us to go back and forth on the same issue.
Being specific about the challenge, was it a hack? Was your system hacked?
To be very honest, I cannot confirm or deny whether it was a hack. All I can say is that it's led to the necessary investigations for us to do the right thing and to make sure that the right things are established for the good people of Ghana.
MD, I'm sure national security is very much aware, or your outfit has informed national security. Your outfit invited national security to investigate this because this is the first time that we are experiencing such a major issue as far as the operation of the ECG is concerned. One. And the second one has to do with the fact that you are a business entity, and once this thing happens, certainly you are going to lose an amount of money or revenues that you expect will not be forthcoming. In terms of revenue, how can you quantify what ECG has lost as far as this challenge, technical challenge, or whatever you describe this
Great question. So, have a listen.
Your first question had to do, ECG is a national security installation. So most of the time, when we have such difficulties or we have such problems, they have to be informed immediately for them to also come in and also do the assessments and understand the difficulties. On the second part of your question as to how much, we would have to wait till this whole exercise is completed and then quantify. And I would not like to throw numbers around until we know exactly what we are dealing with.
Well, how many third parties is ECG engaging to vend its prepaid to the public in terms of the companies that you've contracted? Because so far I am hearing like 3, 4 here and there. How many do you deal with, and how come the ECG can't deal with a sole third party to embark on this exercise?
Okay, if I get your question, well, you're asking about who the third party vendors for ECG are. There are a bunch of different people because you know we vend on different parts of the country. ECG's district system is different from the national district system. ECG has over 90 districts that it services within the southern sector of Ghana. For that, it decided to have different sets of people with a certain criteria that would plug into our system, and we give them the rights to sell power on our behalf. As you know, it's prepaid, so they come in, they prepay for the service that they are going to sell, and then they sell based on commission.
Yes, sir.
Right, so
Boss, I would like to find out, in this particular systemic problem, there were those who did bypassing. What are you going to do to them? Are you going to conduct an independent audit on your various prepaid meters? That's question number one. Now, question number two. People or customers lost a lot of their produce, especially those who conducted businesses. People lost a lot of CDs. Are you going to reimburse them? Because the policy guideline from these very outlets indicates that when you have such a problem, you lodge a complaint. When they do, what is your position to get those things right? My final question has to do with the standard bits.
Let me take them one by one before I forget. Your first one is what? It had to do with
conducting independent
audit. You know, in as much as we do admit what has happened, we know it took place. This has been something that is quite sad because it has eroded some of the gains we made since we granted the moratorium. At the right time, we'll come out with the necessary steps. But I would entreat everybody that the system is up and running now. So if you've done anything of such, please call the person who did it for you and reverse it. Because right after all of this, we will go back and embark on our illegal connection, campaign, and make sure that everybody does right by the company. Secondly, through my initial speech, I said, if you have a problem that was caused through this and all of that, there's a procedure, as you said. Let's visit PURC, let's lodge the complaint, and we'll take them on a case-by-case basis. And your third question is?
My third question is a sitting member of parliament who is alluding that in excess of 200 million cities, somewhere, some internal members within ECG might have engaged in that. How do you respond to that? And finally, do you feel sabotaged in this particular problem?
I would need some hard facts to be able to speak to what the honorable MP said. So because of that, I would rather not comment on what he wrote. I'm sure he knew what he was writing when he wrote it, so I'll leave that at that. Your second question was
whether you feel sabotaged.
Whether I feel sabotaged. I don't feel sabotaged. I don't feel sabotaged. I just feel we are working. There are challenges, and in every working environment, there are pushes and there are pulls. So you just have to work hard to make sure that the right systems are put in place so that you can move forward in the right direction. Thank you.
Those who lost power, would they be restored?
As in
those, there were complaints of those who were able to get access to power, loaded, and part of it, they lost part of it. For example, are you going to
but as I said again, I said, come bring your receipts to the nearest customer service center, and we'll do a reconciliation and we'll fix the problem. As to the compensations, I said, it will be managed on a case-by-case basis because we cannot do it across board because every situation is peculiar to every individual. Thank you. But you've asked plenty of questions already.
So I asked 2 questions. Look at what that man has done.
Yes.
Just a follow-up.
You admit your fault. What point were you at?
So that's the MD of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Samuel Dubek Mahama. There earlier, he said that they've been able to resolve the challenges in most places and that people can go and buy power, with the exception of the Ashanti region where they still have some challenges that they are dealing with. And so that now you can go out there and get power. As to whether that is the case, that's what we brought you earlier. But we'll take a break now and bring you business after. Stay with us.